Hello, I'm Ismail, and this is a tutorial for Procedural Skin Details. So once you have downloaded the blend file, go to your asset folder. It can be anywhere you prefer. For this tutorial, I will just use the download folder. Create a new folder. I'll name mine Procedural Skin Details and move the blend file into it. Now open Blender and go to Edit Preferences, File Paths. Under Asset Libraries, click the plus button, locate the folder you just created and select Add Asset Library. It is also recommended to change the import method from pack to append. Before we begin, there are a few important limitations to keep in mind. As of now, it will only work on Blender 5.0 and above. Also, this tool requires decent UVs on the head model for it to work properly. This is not a full skin material generator, meaning it cannot create base color, roughness, or any other core textures. It only generates tertiary details, like pores, micro wrinkles, and small surface variations. It can also not generate any secondary forms, such as deep wrinkles or large folds, usually seen on older faces. Those kind of details you will have to sculpt manually. With that out of the way, let's get started. Bring in the head model and open the shader editor and asset library on the side. In the asset library panel, drag the procedural skin details node group into your shader. Connect your existing color, roughness, and normal maps to the corresponding inputs. The tool supports 4 base meshes currently: Blender's default base mesh, Character Creator 4, DAS Genesis 9, Human Generator add-on. If you're using one of these, simply select it from the drop-down menu. If you're working with the custom mesh, choose custom mesh. In that case, you'll need to paint 8 masks for it to work properly. It takes about 5 minutes to do. Here's how to do that. First, make sure your mesh has enough geometry. If not, duplicate your head model, move it into a new collection. You can name it detailing. If your head object have any groom or hair objects, you can delete them from the duplicate mesh. Add a subdivision modifier and apply it. Now go to the Data Properties tab. Under Color Attributes, create 8 new attributes. Inside, nose tip, lips, neck, under eyes, spot heads, eyes, big pose. Select each attribute and paint the corresponding area in white. I'll provide the reference images on the product page and in this video, so you can pause and follow along. You can press X to swap the colors. You can enable symmetry to speed up the process. You can also hold Shift while painting to smooth the painting. Once you are done painting, in the Shaders tab, add those color attributes and connect them to the Procedural Skin Details node group. Then switch to Rendered View and start adjusting the settings to suit your character. I will also demonstrate what each detail type does both in this video and on the project page. Skin pores, micro wrinkles, lips, Voronoi bumps, neck or chicken skin, milia, spot heads, wobbliness and bumps, and general detail scale. This is before and this is after. At this point, you might notice some performance drops. I have optimized the tool as much as possible, but it can still be heavy, especially on EV. The good news is that you can bake these results to textures for much better performance. Baking will also allow you to bring these details onto other softwares like Maya or Unreal. To bake, add 3 image textures: color, roughness, and normal at your desired resolutions. Go to render settings and reduce render samples to around 25. Under bake, select diffuse. Select your newly created color texture. Make sure to select your head model and hit bake. Repeat the process for roughness and normal. After baking, you can use these textures in your original material instead of the procedural setup, which will significantly improve performance. Make sure to save the image. Blender does not save the images automatically. For that, change the asset browser to image editor, then bring up the image, then save it somewhere. To make sure the bake have been done properly, you can go to Render View with Node Wrangler enabled. Control-Shift-Click on the image, then Control-Shift-Click on the color output from the Procedural Skin Details. And they should look exactly the same. Same with the roughness. For the normal, you need to add a normal map node. Let's see. It is successful. At this point, you can connect this onto your original material and see the results. And that's it. Thank you so much for purchasing Procedural Skin Details. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I will get to you as soon as possible. Bye.